Hi, I'm Seth, and today I'd like to share about how to survive being locked in as a family during this season. It's tough being locked in with your family or with someone 24/7, and it's not easy. We get friction against one another, we clash heads, we disagree about stuff, and it actually exposes many things that we normally avoid when we go school, when we go work, when we go out of the house, when we go and do stuff. There's so much friction that is avoided when we just easily leave the house and go and do some other stuff, right? So how can we survive being locked in as a family? For some, it may be very great if your family culture, your environment is one of a blessing. But for some other families, it might be really, really difficult living with your family. In fact, in China, they were saying that after lockdown, there was several increases in the divorce rate because now they were stuck together, and it causes so much friction that after the lockdown was ended, they decided that it was over, their marriage, their family was over, because they never really properly adjusted during their time when they were not being under lockdown. They avoided many of the conflict resolution, many of the adjustments that are needed to form a healthy household. It's like the hedgehog dilemma that I read quite some time back. So if you imagine a group of hedgehogs, if they are in the cold weather and they need to huddle together just to like get warm. So this type of hedgehog, they are not like Sonic or something like those cute hedgehog, but they are normal hedgehog with sharp spikes, and they'll poke each other when they come too close. So the dilemma is, should they come close so that they can huddle for warmth but get poked in the process, or should they stay apart, not get poked, but they'll die in the cold? That's the dilemma that the hedgehogs face. And it's not too different from us today, being locked up together, and there'll be much more friction, there'll be much more irritations, ugly stuff coming out when we get together too long. So I believe that during this phase of lockdown, lock in, we can hang on to what Paul says in 1 Corinthians 13, and I'll use it to encourage you today in this short sharing. So 1 Corinthians 13, although it's about spiritual gifts, it's also about how do we love one another, and what is our attitude of love, what does it mean for us. And I'm starting from verse 4, which is often read at weddings, and we'll start from there, verse 4 to verse 7. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. Love does not demand its own way. Love is not irritable, and it keeps no record of when it has been wrong. It is never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, always hopes, never loses faith, and endures through every circumstance. So in this short passage about love, if you put your name in there, are you patient? Are you kind? Are you jealous? Are you boastful? Are you proud? Do you demand your own way? Are you easily irritated? Do you keep a record of what he did to me, what he did to me on that day? I'm going to take it back. I'm going to pay you back 2 times full. Do you keep a record of wrongs? Do you rejoice when injustices are being carried out on various groups of people, or even on your family, like you deserve it? Or do you rejoice with the truth? Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. So from 1 Corinthians 13, Paul tells us so many wonderful qualities about love. How can we love one another, and how we can love our family even in this time when we are locked in. It is difficult. Why? Because we are all sinful people, hedgehog type of people, hedgehog, where we have spines, when we poke each other, we still need to learn to grow, to resolve conflicts. And we need God's love to fill us. So if you feel that it's difficult to love, we need to ask God, Lord, can you help me love this person in my family or even someone outside? that is causing you so much irritation. And also, you need to ask yourself, am I being unloving? Sometimes it's easy to point the other person out, like this guy is like so easily irritated. But what about yourself? What areas of your life are being unloving to other people? So through this short devotion, I pray that you will find the love of God in this season. And especially as we head into Good Friday in a few days' time, we see God's love poured for us when He sent Jesus to die on the cross for our sins. That is true love, a sacrificial love that keeps no records of wrong. I pray for this as you listen to this message, that God's love will fill you and your family, that after this lock-in or lockdown continues, I pray that your family will grow even stronger. The bonds within one another will be stronger. Your bonds with your friends will be stronger. And you will not be weakened because of God's love that is poured into our hearts. God bless.